those spots.
You don't have those, do you?
No.
Okay, so you don't have anything to worry about.
She said they should be inside me, too.
They're not inside you.
They're inside me.
Will you stop? Why are you convinced you're sick?
Where's Bruce? He's supposed to be here. I love you. I just want to tell you. I love him so much. I know something's wrong.
Craig, all you're here for is some test results. So stop being such a hypochondriac.
I'm tired all the time. I wake up in these swimming pools of sweat. Last time she told me, she said it was swollen. I'm swollen all the time, like something ready to explode. Thank you for coming with me. You're a good friend. Excuse me for being such a mess, man. I get freaked out when I don't feel well.
Everybody does.
Whoever's next can go in.
Good luck.
They just keep getting bigger and bigger and they don't go away. I sold you a ceramic pig once from Maison France on Bleecker Street. My name is David.
Oh, yes, I remember. Someone I was friends with then collects pigs, and you had the biggest pig I've ever seen. Outside of the real pig.
No. I'm her 28th case, and 16 of them are dead.
I don't know. Are you here to write about this?
No, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, I guess.
What about you? You're the one that helped Colleen.
Well, I'm still only going to write about it in the Native, but I'm afraid to put in any of the stuff I write at work.
What are you afraid of?
Well, the city hasn't exactly shown a burning interest in gay health. You know, and at least I still have my job. The health department's a lot of cutbacks.
How's John?
John who?
You had so many, I can never remember.
Oh, you mean John. I'm with Gregory now, Gregory O'Connor.
Well, the old gay actor?
Oh, he's younger than you. I've been with Gregory 10 months now.
He is very nice.
He's not even Jewish, so I'm a rabbi.
I'm going to die. But that's the bottom line of what she's telling me. I have to go home and get my things and come right back in here and check in as soon as possible. Please come with me, Nikki. I hate hospitals. Where's Bruce? I want Bruce.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Ned Weeks. I spoke with you on the phone over the time purple.
You're the writer fellow who's scared. I am scared too. I hear you have a big mouth.
Is Big Mouth the symptom?
No, pure. Come on in, take your clothes off.
Oh, I only came to ask a question.
You're gay, aren't you?
Yes.
Take your clothes off.
Dr. Porter, what's happening?
I don't know.
In just a couple of minutes, you told two people I know something. The article says there isn't any cure.
There aren't even any good clues yet. What I do know is that this disease is the most insidious killer I have ever seen or studied or heard about, and I think we are only seeing the tip of the iceberg. I'm afraid it's on a rampage, and I am terrified that nobody important is going to give a damn because it seems to be happening mostly to gay men, and who cares if a faggot dies? Does it occur to you to do anything about it, personally?
Me?
Somebody has to do something.
Well, wouldn't it be better coming from you?
Well, doctors are extremely conservative. They tend to stay away from anything that smells political, and this smells bad. As soon as you start screaming, you get treated like a nutcase. Maybe you know about that? Ostracized, rendered worthless, just when you need cooperation the most. Can you take your socks off?
Nobody ever listens for very long anyway. There's a new disease of the month every day.
This hospital sent its report of our first cases to all the medical journals over a year ago. The New England Journal of Medicine has finally published it. Last week, which brought you running, the Times ran something on some inside page, very inside, page 20. You remember Legionnaire's disease, toxic shock? They hit the front page of the Times the minute they happened, and they stayed there until until somebody did something. The front page of the Times has a way of inspiring action. Lie down.
They won't even use the word gay unless it's in a direct quote. To them, we're still homosexual. That's like still calling blacks Negroes. The Times has always had trouble writing about anything gay.
Well, then how is anybody going to know what's happening? What precautions to take? Someone has to tell the gay population. Facts.
You've been living with this for over a year. Where's the mayor? Where's the health department?
Oh, they know about it. You have a commissioner of health who got burned with the swine flu epidemic last year. Declared an emergency when there wasn't one. The government appropriated $150 million for that mistake. And you have a mayor who is a bachelor? So I assume afraid to be perceived as too friendly to anyone gay. He's also out to protect $1 billion a year tourist industry, so I don't think he wants to tell the world that there's an epidemic menacing the city. And don't talk to me about the president. Is the mayor gay?
If he is, like J. Edgar Hoover, who would want him?
Have you had any of the symptoms?
I've had most of the sexually transmitted diseases the article said over. I mean, all of us have. You don't know what it's been like since the sexual revolution hit this country. It's been crazy, gay, or straight.
What makes you think I don't know? Fever, weight loss, night sweats, diarrhea, swollen glands, white patches inside your mouth, loss of energy, shortness of breath, chronic cough,
Oh, those could happen with a lot of things, couldn't they?
and purple lesions sometimes. That's what I'm looking for. It's a cancer, Mr. Weeks. It seems to have a very strange reaction in the immune system. It's collapsed. It won't work. It won't fight, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. So most of my guys are coming in with diseases, and there are some very strange ones that are caused by germs that wouldn't hurt a baby. At least not a baby in New York City anyway. Unfortunately, the immune system is the one we know the least about. So, where's this big mouth I hear you got?
Nothing more of a bad temper than a big mouth.
There's nothing wrong with that. You got plenty to be angry about. Health is a political issue. Everyone is entitled to good medical care. If you're not getting it, you better fight for it. Open your mouth. Turn around. So one of my staff tells me you're very well known in the gay world. You're not afraid to say what you think. Is that true? Are there any gay leaders? I've called several gay organizations. No one calls me back, ever. Is anybody out there?
There aren't any gay organizations strong enough to be useful, no, Dr. Brooker. Nobody with half a brain is involved in gay politics. It's filled with the great unwashed radicals of any counterculture. That's why there are no leaders the majority will follow. Anyway, you're talking to the wrong person. What I think is politically incorrect.
Why?
Gay is good to that crowd. There's no room for criticism, looking at ourselves critically.
What's your main criticism?
I hate how we play victim when many of us, most of us don't have to.
Well, you're exactly what's needed now.
Nobody ever listens. We're not exactly the bunch that knows how to play follow the leader.
Well, maybe they're just waiting for someone to lead them.
Well, what group is it?
Get dressed. I can't find what I'm looking for.
Needed. Needed for what? What is it exactly you're trying to get me to do?
Tell gay men to stop having sex. Somebody has to. Why not you?
It's a preposterous request.
No, it only sounds harsh. You wait a few more years. It won't sound so harsh.
You realize you are talking about millions of men who have singled out promiscuity as their principal political agenda, the one that they would die before abandoning. How do you deal with that?
You tell them they're going to die.
You tell them.
So are you saying that you guys can't relate to each other in a non-sexual way?
It's more complicated than that. For a lot of guys, it's not easy to meet each other in any other way, so it's a way of connecting which becomes an addiction, and then they're just caught in a web of peer pressure, more with more. Are you sure this is spread by having sex?
Long before we isolated the hepatitis viruses, we knew about the disease they got around. I think I'm right about this. I see more cases each week than the week before. I figure by the end of next year, the cases are going to be doubling every 6 months. That's something over 1,000 cases by June. Half of them will be dead. Your 2 friends I just diagnosed, one of them will be dead. Maybe both of them.
And you want me to tell every gay man in New York to stop having
Who
sex?
said anything about just New York?
Oh, you want me to tell every gay man across the country? to
Across
stop?
the world. It's the only way to stop this disease spreading.
Dr. Brooker, isn't that just a tiny bit unrealistic?
Mr. Weeks, if having sex can kill you, doesn't anyone with half a brain just stop fucking? Maybe you never lost anything. Bye.
Where do I go? Where do I go?
Quickly, put him on the table. Gently, gently. Lay him on his side. Lay him on his side. What happened?
He was coming out of the building and he started running towards me and then he collapsed to the ground.
What is going on inside your bodies? You the lover?
Yes.
What's your name?
Bruce Niles, man.
How's your health?
Fine. Why? Is it contagious?
I think so.
Then why haven't you come down with it?
Because it has a long incubation period and seems to require close, intimate contact. Niles, were you Reinhard Holtz's lover?
How did you know that? I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
He died 3 weeks ago. Bruckner, emergency. Set up a room immediately.
We were only boyfriends a couple months.
Some sort of plague.
There's always a plague of one kind or another. Mr. Weeks, I don't think your friend is going to live very long.
Mr. Turner.
Oh, bad timing.
Mister?
I'm Ned Weeks.
You caught me at a rough moment.
I was told you're gay and that you might be able to help get vital information into the Times.
You've
about-
been told. Who told you?
Great.
Here I thought everyone saw me as the Burt Reynolds of West 41st. Please don't stop by and say hello to Mr. Sulzberger or Abe Rosenthal. What kind of vital information?
You read the article about this new disease?
Oh, yes. Yes, I read it. I wondered how long before I'd hear from someone. Why does everyone gay always think I run the New York Times? I can't help you with this.
I'm sorry, what would you suggest that I do?
Oh, well, take your pick. I got 23 parties, 14 gallery openings, 37 new restaurants, 12 new discos, 105 spring collections. Anything sound interesting?
Nobody here wants to write another article. I talked to half a dozen reporters and editors, the guy who wrote the first piece.
Oh, that's true. They won't want to write about it, and I can't. See, we're very departmentalized. You wouldn't want science to write about sweaters, would you?
It's a very peculiar feeling having to go out and seek support from the straight world for something gay.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. I just write about gay designers and gay discos and gay chefs and gay photographers, gay rock stars, gay models, gay celebrities, gay everything. I just don't call them gay. Isn't that enough for doing my bit?
No, I don't think it's going to be.
Well, I really do have a deadline, and you wouldn't let me get fired. Who would write about us at all?
Guys like you give me a pain in the ass.
Are you in the book?
Yes!
Bit early to get so worked up.
Oh, don't you be like this, Sue.
What have I done now?
My friend Bruce and I got the fire out of it over the whole Labor Day weekend with like the grand sum of $124.
Well, you can read that as either an indication that it's a beginning and will improve, or as a portent that the heads are going to stay in the sand. My advice, heads are going to stay in the sand.
Like there's so many gay people are still in love.
Because people don't like to be frightened. When they get scared, they don't behave well. It's called denial. Your account needs some more money. You never seem to do anything twice. One movie, one novel, one play. You know you're not living on your capital. I miss you being in the movie business. I like movies.
What are those?
I decided to build a house.
The one you're in is terrific.
I just want to build me a dream house. So now I'm going to.
Fortress, does it have a moat? How much is it gonna cost?
I suspect it'll wind up over $1 million. But you're not to tell anyone that, huh? Not even Sarah. Found some land in Greenwich by a little river, completely protected by trees and that. It's gonna be beautiful.
Doesn't spending $1 million on a house frighten you? It scares the shit out of me, even if I had it.
You can have a house anytime you want one. You haven't done that, like.
Oh, do I detect a tinge of approval from the big brother who always called me Lemon?
You were a lemon in my house. And why have you been searching for one in the country for so many years?
It's no fun living in one alone.
There's certainly no law requiring you to do that. Is this, Bruce? Someone you're seeing?
Thank you for asking. Don't I wish I see him, he just doesn't see me. Everybody's afraid of me anyway, I scared them away, it's called a lemon complex.
No, I think you're the one who's scared.
You never said that before.
Yes, I have. You just didn't hear me. What's the worst thing that could happen to you?
I spent $1 million on a house. We've started this organization to raise money and spread information and fight any way we can.
Like who and what?
I told you there's this strange new disease.
You're not gonna do that full time.
I want to help get it started. I'm worried about how much time later.
Sounds to me like another excuse to keep from
I
writing.
knew you would say that. So I'm wondering whether your law firm would incorporate us and get us tax exempt status and take us on for free. What's it called? Pro bono.
Pro bono for what? What are you gonna do?
I just told you, raise money and fight.
Well, you have to be more specific. Matt, you have to have a plan.
How about if we say we're going to become a cross between the League of Women Voters and the United States Marines? That a good enough plan?
No, we have a committee that decides this sort of thing. I'll have to put it to the committee.
Well, why can't you just say yes?
Because we have a committee.
Because you're the senior partner.
I don't see what difference that makes. You're asking me to ask my partners to give up income that would ordinarily come into their pocket.
Oh, I thought every law firm did a certain amount of this kind of thing, charity, worthy
So
causes.
it's not up to me, however, to select just what these worthy causes might be.
Well, that's a pity. What did you start with?
It's one of our rules. It's a democratic firm.
I like elitism better. When will you know?
Know what?
Whether or not your committee wants to help dying faggots.
I'll put it to them at the next meeting.
When is that?
When it is.
When is it? Because if you're not going to help, I have to find someone else.
You're more than free to do that.
I don't want to do that. I want my brother's fancy, famous, big deal, straight law firm to be the first major New York law firm to do pro bono work for a gay couple. That would give me a great deal of pride. I'm sorry I'm still putting you in the position where you're ashamed. I thought we worked it out years ago.
I'm not ashamed of you. I've told you I'm simply not free to take this on without asking my partner's approval at the next meeting.
Why don't I believe that? When is the next meeting?
Next Monday. Can you wait till next Monday?
Who else is on the committee?
What difference does that make?
I'll lobby them. You don't seem like a very sure vote. Nelson on the committee, Norman and Harvey?
Norman and Harvey are.
Good.
Okay? Lemon, where do you want to have lunch today? It's your turn to pay.
It is not a big
That is simply not true.
Last week with Do you know, you're the only person in the whole world that I can't get mad at to say that. I think my world would come to an end without you. But that's good with that talk.
That's true.
You're getting better.
House is made of ecstasy, and on the roof, so picture us together. Picture us together now. Feeling no
Well, it's quite a library you got in there. You read all those books?
Why does everybody ask?
You got a whole room on them. You must want to get asked.
I never thought of it that way. Maybe I do. No, thank you, but of course they go out of print and then you can't find them, and so I buy them right away.
I think you're going to have to face the fact that you won't be able to read them all before you die.
I think you're right.
You know, I really used to like high tech, but I'm tired of it now. I think I want chins back again. Don't be insulted.
No, I'm not. I want Chits back again, too.
So here we are. Just two guys who want chins back again. Excuse me for saying so, but you are still a star.
It's been a long time since I've had a date. This is it. And on the rare occasion, I was usually the asker.
That's what's throwing you off your style. I called it ask.
Some style. Before any second date, I usually receive a phone call that says, now, I don't know what you had in mind, but can we just be friends?
No. You glad I'm here?
Oh, I'm pleased as punch. You're very good looking.
I'll let that tiny bit of self-pity pass me over. That's okay. It's nervous. It's definitely self-pity. Do you think you're bad looking? Where are you from? I'm from Oklahoma. I left home at 18. I put myself through college. My folks are dead. My dad worked at a refinery in West Tulsa. And my mom was a waitress at a luncheonette in Walgreens.
Amazing. A kid can come out of all of that and still wind up on the Times, it takes his time and passion for the whole world.
And we were talking so nicely.
Talking is not my problem. Shutting up is my problem. Keeping my hands off you.
You don't have to keep your hands off me. You have very nice hands. So, do you have any awkward sexual tendencies you want to tell me about today? That I'm not already familiar with?
What are you familiar with?
I have found myself pursuing men who hurt me before minor therapy. You're not one of those.
No, I'm the runner. I was the runner before major therapy, after people who don't want me and away from people who do.
Isn't it amazing how a kid can come out of all that analyzing everything incessantly down to the most infinitesimal neurosis and still all alone?
I'm sorry you don't like my Dr. Freud. Another aging Jew who couldn't get laid.
Just relax. We'll get laid.
I tried being laid back, assertive, funny. What's the point? I don't think there are many gay relationships that work out anymore.
It's difficult to imagine you being laid back. I know a lot of gay relationships that are working out very well.
I guess I never see them.
That's because you're a bastard, gay.
Fuck off!
What is the matter? Don't you like your body?
I don't think anybody really likes their body. I read that.
You know, my fantasy has always been to go away, live by the ocean, and write $24. Living with someone just like you, with all those books, who of course would be right there beside me, writing your own $24.
Me too.
Harold Robbins married James Michener.
How about Tolstoy and Charles Dickens?
As long as Kafka doesn't marry Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky is my favorite writer.
I'll have to try him again.
See, if you really feel that way, why do you write all that party and society and fancy ball gown shit?
Here we go again. You know, I'll bet you gobble it up every day.
I do. I also know 6 people who have died. When I came to see you a week ago, it was only 1.
I'm really sorry. Is that why you agreed to this date?
Do you know when Hitler's final solution to eliminate the Polish Jews was first mentioned at Times? It was on page 28 and on page 6 of the Washington Post and the Times of the Post, both owned by Jews. What causes silence like that? Why didn't the American Jews help the German Jews to get out? Their very own people. Scholars are finally writing honestly about this. They're doing some research. It's damning to everybody who was here that Jewish leaders were being totally ineffective, Jewish organizations constantly fighting among themselves, unable to cooperate, even in the face of death. Zionists versus non-Zionists, Rabbi Wise against Rabbi Silver.
Is there some sort of special way you talk when you don't want to talk? we were doing so nicely.
We were.
And wasn't there an awful lot of anti-Semitism in those days? Weren't Jews afraid of rubbing people's
Yes.
noses in too much shit?
Everybody has a million excuses for not getting involved, but aren't there moral commandments, moral obligations to try everything possible? Where are the Christian churches? The Pope, Churchill? Don't get me started on Roosevelt, how he was brought up to worship him, all Jews were. A clear statement from him would have put everything on the front pages, would have put Hitler on notice. But his administration did its best to stifle publicity at the same time as they clamped down on immigration laws forbidding entry. This famous haven for the oppressed became as inaccessible as Tibet. The title of Treasury Secretary Morgan Holt reported Roosevelt was acquiescence of this government in the murder of the Jews, which he wrote in 1944. Dachau was opened in 1933. So where was everybody for 11 years? And then it's too late.
This is turning out to be a very romantic evening.
Accomplished from working from the inside. Jewish leaders working from the inside were still trying to persuade other people when the war was over.
What do you want me to say? Do you ever take a vacation?
Oh, it's a vacation. I'm sorry, I forgot. That's the great goal, isn't it? A constant Fire Island vacation. Party, fuck. Maybe you can give me a few trendy pointers on what to wear.
Boy, you really got a bug up your ass. Look, I'm not going to tell them I'm gay, and could I write about the few cases of a mysterious disease that seems to be standing in the way of you kissing me? Even though there must be 500,000 gay men in this city who are fine and healthy. Let us please acknowledge the law of averages. And this isn't World War II. The numbers are nowhere remotely comparable. And all analogies to the Holocaust are tired, overworked, boring, probably insulting, possibly true, and a major turnoff. Boy, I think I found myself a real live weird one. I had no idea. Hey, I just called you weird.
You are not the first.
You've never had a lover, have you?
Where did you get that from?
Have you?
Oh, I suppose you've had quite a few.
I had a very good one for a number of years, thank you. He was older than I was. He found someone younger.
So you like him old? Were you looking for a father?
Ouch. I'm not looking for a father. God, you're relentless. And as cheery as Typhoid Mary.
The American Jews knew exactly. Every Jew in America had marched on Washington proudly. And who says I want a lover? Huh? Why doesn't anybody believe me when I say I do not want a lover?
Man, you're fucking crazy. Jews, Doc Howe, final solution. What kind of a date is this? I don't believe anybody in the whole wide world doesn't want to be loved. Ned, you don't remember me, do you? We've been in bed together. We made love. We talked. We kissed. We cuddled. We made love again. I keep waiting for you to remember something, anything, but you don't.
How could I not remember you?
I do not know.
Maybe I saw you naked.
Yeah, it's okay, as long as we treat each other like whores. It was in the baths a few years ago. We were busy cruising some blonde number, so I stood outside your door waiting for you to come back, and when you did, you gave me such an inspection up and down, you would have thought I was applying for the CIA.
And then what happened?
I just told you. We made love twice. I thought it was lovely. You told me your name was Ned, that when you were a child you read a Philip Berry play called Holiday when you were Ned, and you immediately switched from Alexander? I teased you for taking such a wasp up in Connecticut for the weekend name, and I asked you what you did, and you said something like you tried a number of things, and I asked you if that included love, which is what you said you had to get up early in the morning. That's what I left. But I tossed you my favorite, go fuck yourself, where you said, I'm really not in the market for a lover. Men do not just naturally not love. They learn not to. And I am not a whore. I just sometimes make mistakes. I look for love in the wrong places. And I think you are a bluffer. Your book was all about a man desperate for love in a relationship in a world filled with nothing but casual sex. Maybe.
Gregory, that 15 years ago, no self-respecting faggot would have anything to do with you guys.
Yeah, I was 12 years old.
Oh,
We're not activists.
If you're not an activist, Bruce, then what are you?
Nothing. I'm only in this until he goes away.
was run by transvestites. We all fought like hell. If you Brooks
That's why I was
guys...
at Stonewall. I've got nothing in common with those guys. Girls, whatever you call them. Ned, Robert Stokes has it. You called me today.
Glenn Fitzsimmons' party the other night, I saw one friend there I knew was sick. I learned about two others. Then walking home, I bumped into Richie Farrow. Told me he'd just been diagnosed.
Richie Farrell!
Oh, this on 6th Avenue between 19th and 8th Street.
Richie Farrell, gee, I haven't seen him since Stonewall. I think we even had a little affair with him.
You're a transvestite?
No, but I will fight for your right to be one. You know, I'm worried this organization is only going to attract white bread, middle class, we need blacks. Right on. And how do you feel about it? How do you feel about lesbians?
I don't believe in lesbians.
You know, in past history's any guide, there's never been much support for either half of us for the other. Tommy, are you a lesbian? I have done and seen everything.
How you doing?
I'm okay now. I forgot to thank you for sending flowers.
Oh, that's okay.
It's funny, my mother sent flowers. We never even talked about my being gay. I told her Craig died. Guess she knew.
I think somehow mothers always know. So, would you like to get dinner next week? Maybe see the movie or?
Actually, it's funny. It happened so fast. You know Albert?
Oh, the guy that Calvin Klein has? It's great.
Yeah. I guess I just don't like to be alone. I'm always with somebody.
We have to choose a president tonight. Don't forget, I am not interested. And what about a board of directors?
Hey, Mickey, how did you finally decide to say it? I didn't even look.
Oh, I just said the best medical knowledge, which admittedly isn't very much, seems to feel that a virus has landed in our community. Could have been any community, landed in ours. I guess we just got in the way. Boy, we're gonna have paranoia problems.
Wait, that's all you said?
See what I mean? No. I also put in the benefit dance announcement a coupon for donations.
What about the recommendations?
I recommend everybody donate $1 million. How are we gonna get people to realize this is not just a gay problem? It happens to us, it happens to anybody. I sent copies to all the gay newspapers.
How good will that do? Nobody reads them.
Hey, the neighbor's doing a good job.
Mickey, I thought we talked this out on the phone. We have to tell everybody what Emma wants us to tell them.
She wants to come so badly, she won't lend her neighbors recommending it. All right, this is what Ned wrote for me to send out. If this doesn't scare the shit out of you and rouse you to action, gay men may have no future here on Earth. I think that's a bit much.
Scare everyone to death.
Shake up. What's wrong with that? This isn't something that can be force-fed gently. It won't work. Mickey neglected to read my first sentence.
Okay. It's difficult to write this without sounding alarmist or scared. All right, then listen to this. I am sick of guys moaning that giving up careless sex until this blows over is worse than death. I am sick of guys who can only think with their cocks. I am sick of closeted gays. It's 1982 now, guys. When are you going to come out? By 1984, you're going to be dead.
You're crazy.
Emma, there are almost 500 cases out. All right. We're not sending it out at the native to write.
But we can't tell people how to live their lives. We can't do that. Besides, the entire gay political platform is fucking. We get it from all sides.
You make it sound like that's all being gay means.
That's what it does mean.
It's the only thing that makes us different.
Well, I don't want to be considered this.
Neither do I, actually.
Well, I do.
Well, you are.
Why is it that we can only talk about our sexualities so relentlessly? You know, Mickey, all we created is generations of guys who can't deal with each other as anything but a record. Can't even get a meeting with the mayor's gay assistant.
I'm very interested in setting up some sort of services for the patients. We've got to start thinking about them.
Who's he?
He heard about you, and he found you, and here he is. My name is Tommy Boatwright. Why don't you write that down? That's Tommy Boatwright. In real life, I'm a hospital administrator, and I'm a Southern bitch.
Ned, I won't have anything to do with any organization that tells people how to live their lives.
It's not telling them, it's a recommendation.
Yeah, with a shotgun to the head.
It's interfering with their civil rights.
Ooh, fucking is a civil right. Don't we just wish?
What if we put it in the form of a recommendation from gay doctors, so that way we're just the conduit?
No, I can't get any gay doctor to go on record and say publicly whatever wants.
What the fuck is this? Uh-oh. Look at this. Was this your idea?
I'm looking, I'm not seeing, what don't I see?
What we put for our return address?
What, the word gay is on the envelope?
You're damn right. Instead of just the initials. Who did it?
Well, maybe it was Pierre.
who designed it. Maybe it was a mistake at the printer, but it is the name we chose for this organization.
You chose. I didn't want gay in it.
No, no, we all voted. That was one of those meetings where somebody actually showed up.
Bruce, I find it interesting that nobody's noticed until now. You've been stuffing them all week in your apartment.
We can't send him out.
We have to. We want anybody to come to the dance. We're late from the printers as it is.
We can go through and scratch the word out with a magic marker.
10,000 times? Look, I mean, I feel sorry for guys living at home in Long Island with their parents, but most men look at you. In your case, what difference does it make? You live alone, you own your own apartment, your mother lives in another state.
What about my mailman?
You don't expect me to take that seriously.
Yes, I do.
What about your doorman?
What about him?
Why don't you worry about him? All those cute little Calvin Klein numbers you parade under his nose because you're playing poker with the boys?
You just don't have any respect for anyone who doesn't think like you do you?
Bruce, I don't happen to agree with you about this. I think it is imperative that we all grow up now and come out of the closet.
Ladies, behave. All right, Nettie, you don't think much of our sexual revolution. You say it all the time.
I say I don't think much of promiscuity, and what has that got to do with gay argument?
Okay, but you've certainly done your share.
That doesn't mean that I approve of it or like myself for doing
Well,
it.
not everybody feels that way, and we don't like to hear the word promiscuous used pejoratively.
Or so publicly.
Where the world can hear it, Bruce?
Sex is liberating. It's always you guys who've never had one who are always screaming about relationships and monogamy and fidelity and post-matrimony. What are you? Closet straight?
More sex isn't more liberating, and having so much sex makes finding love impossible.
Nettie, darling, do not put your inability to find someone on the morality of all the rest of us.
Nikki, darling, I'm just saying what I think. It has taken me 20 years of assorted forms of therapy in various major world capitals to be able to do so without guilt, fear, giving a fuck whether anybody likes it or not.
I'll buy that.
Thank you.
Not everyone's so free to say what they think.
Or can afford so much therapy, although God knows I need it. All right, look, it's late. We need to elect the president, and Nettie, I think it should be Bruce. Everybody knows him and likes him, and I mean, everybody expects you.
I mean, he's popular and everybody's afraid of him.
Yes.
No. What it means is that you have a certain kind of energy that's definitely needed. Bruce has a presence that might bring people together in a way that you can't.
What's that mean?
It means he's gorgeous. And all the kids on Christopher Street and Fire Island will feel a bit more comfortable following him.
Just like high school.
Yes.
Follow them where?
Well, honey, why don't we have a little dinner and I'll tell you all about it. And more.
Oh, thanks. I'm busy.
Forever? That's too bad. I want to try my hand at smoothing out your rough edges.
Good luck.
Looks like you're the president.
I don't know if I want this.
Oh, come on. You're gorgeous, and we're all going to follow you.
I accept.
Fuck you. Congratulations.
What now? There are going to be a lot of scared people out there needing someplace to call for information. I'd be interested in starting some sort of telephone hotline.
Sure. Just prepare a detailed budget and let me see it before you make any commitments.
Oh, don't you feel in safe hands already?
What is it you do for a living, if I may ask?
I'm a vice president at Citibank.
That's nothing to be shy about, sugar. You invented the cash machine. So, are we mailing these out or what?
What do you think?
I'll bet nobody even notices.
There was someone who noticed. Okay.
Okay? Okay. Our first adult compromise. Thank y'all for your cooperation.
Oh, everybody. This is Felix, Bruce, Tommy, Mickey. Bruce is just elected president.
My condolences. Don't let me interrupt. Anybody want any Balducci's gourmet ice cream? $18 a pint.
It looks like Nettie found a boyfriend.
Thank God. Now maybe you'll finally leave me alone.
Shit, he's got his own key. Better sign on too late.
Guys, I worry about Ned. I mean, I like him a lot, but his style is so confrontational. Into a lot of trouble with
Honey,
him.
he looks like a pretty good catch to me. We can get both. A lot of trouble without him.
Going home. My Gregory burns dinner every night, and my lady blames me.
My boss doesn't know, and he hates gays. He keeps telling me fat jokes, and I keep laughing at him.
Bruce, Citibank won't fire you for being gay, and if they did, we'd put such a stink in every gay customer in New York with it. Come on, Bruce used to be a fucking Green Beret.
Oh, goodness.
But I love my job. I supervise a couple thousand people all over the country, and my investments are up to 20 million.
I'm leaving.
Wait, I'm coming. I just think we need to stay away from anything political.
And I think it's going to be impossible to pass along any recommendations or information that isn't going to be considered political by somebody.
And I think this is not an argument you two boys are going to settle tonight. I just wanted to tell you. I really admire your writing, your passion. And what you've been saying and doing. And it's because of you I'm here. Take care this good man doesn't burn out. Good night.
We just elected a president who's an father. I lost every argument, and I'm the only screamer among them. I have to tell you something. Got something on the local news.
Oh, which channel?
Not TV, it's radio.
This is a start. Danny, I think you should have been elected president.
I don't really want it. I've never been very good playing on a team. I don't just like stirring things up on my own. This will be a good president. Shake him up. Where's the ice? You know crazy.
I certainly do. That's why I'm here. I'm so glad that I'm here. But you think I'm crazy.
You got your free legal work from my firm. No, I'm not going to be on your board of directors.
I got our free legal work from your firm by going to Norman. He said, of course, no problem. I said, don't you have to do it before you quit? He said, no, just tell him we're going to do it.
Well, you got it.
All I'm asking for is the use of your name. You don't have to do a thing. It's an honorary board for the station.
Dad, come on. It's your cause, not mine.
That's just an evasion.
It is not. I don't ask you to help me with the Larchmont School Board, do I?
But I would if you asked me.
But I don't.
Would you be more interested if you thought this was a straight disease?
It has nothing to do with your being gay.
Of course it has. What else has it got to do
I,
with it?
I got other things to
But
do.
I'm telling you, you don't have to do a
The
thing.
answer is no.
Possible to get this epidemic taken seriously. I wrote a letter to the gay newspaper, and some guy wrote in, oh, there goes Ned Weeks again. He wants us all to die so he can say, I told you so.
Sounds like it's crazy.
It kept me up all night.
And you're crazy too.
Ran into a friend I hadn't seen in years in the subway. I said, hello, how are you? He starts screaming. You're giving away all our secrets. You're painting us as sick. You're destroying homosexuality. And then he tried to punch me right there in the subway at Bloomingdale.
Sounds like another crazy.
We did raise $50,000 at our dance last week. That's more money than any gay organization has ever raised in the city.
Well, that's wonderful, Nancy. You must be beginning to do something right.
And I made a speech appealing for volunteers. We got over 100 people to sign up, including the people with Dennis on Donahue. I'm going to be on Donahue for the documentation.
Don't tell your mother.
I know.
She's afraid you're going to shoot you.
What about you? Aren't you afraid of corporate clients who say that your fatty brother I saw on TV? Is it that time? You seem a little preoccupied.
Do I? I'm sorry. Morning with the architect was enough to shake me up a little bit. The house cost more than I thought.
More?
Twice as much.
$2 million?
I can handle it.
You can? That's very nice. You know, Ben, one of these days, I'm going to get you to agree that 20 million men and women are not here on this earth because of something requiring the services of a
Of course,
psychiatrist.
that's 20 million now, is it? Every time we have this discussion, you up the ante.
We haven't had this discussion in years, and we grow just like everybody else.
Look, I try to understand. I read stuff. I open magazines and I see pictures of you guys in leather and chains and whips and black masks with captions saying, this is a social worker, this is a computer analyst, this is a school teacher. And I say to myself, this isn't Ned.
No, it isn't. It isn't most of us. You know that the media dramatizes the most extreme. Do you think we all wear dresses, too?
Don't you?
Me, personally, no, I do not.
No, but then you tell me how you go to bathhouses and fuck blindly, and to me, that's not so different from this. You guys don't seem to understand why there are rules and regulations, guidelines, responsibilities. You guys have a dreadful image problem.
I know that that is what has to be changed. That's why it's so important to have the support of people like you. You're a respected person. You already have
I
your
think we would better decide where we're going to eat lunch and get out of here. I have an important meeting.
Do you? How important? I've asked for your support.
And in every area that I consider important, you have my support.
In some place, deep inside you, you still think I'm sick. Is that true? Okay. Define it. What do you mean by sick? Sick, unhealthy, sick, perverted, sick, I'll get over it, sick, ought to be locked up.
I think you've adjusted to life quite well.
All things considered. In the only area that I consider important, I don't have your support at all. The single-minded determination of all you people to forever see us as sick helps keep us sick.
I saw how unhappy you were.
So were you! You wound up going to shrinks too. We grew up side by side. We both felt pretty much the same about Mom and Pop. I refused to accept that I was damaged by our childhood while you were not.
Well, we don't all react the same way to the same thing.
I know. So I became a writer, and you became a lawyer. I will agree to the fact that I had any number of awful character traits, but not to the fact that whatever they did to us as kids automatically made me sick and gay while you stayed straight and healthy.
Well, that's the difference in opinion we have over theory.
Your theory turns me into a man from Mars. Mine doesn't do that to you.
Are you suggesting that it was wrong for me to send you into therapy so young? Because I didn't think you were going to stay in it forever.
I didn't think I had done anything wrong until you sent me into it.
Ah!
Ben, you mean more to me than anyone else in the world. You always have. Although I think I've finally found someone that I like. Don't you understand?
No, I don't understand.
You have to say it. I'm just saying it to you. Just say it. Say it.
No, you're not. I can't say it.
Every time I lose this fight, it hurts more. I don't have to see it.
Come on, Lemon. I still love you. Sarah loves you. Our children, our cat, our
I
dog.
think this is a joke.
You have my love. And you have my legal advice and my financial supervision. I can't give you the courage to stand up and say to me, you don't give a good healthy fuck what I think. Please stop trying to wring some admission of guilt out of me. I am truly happy that you've met somebody. It's about time. And I'm sorry that your friends are dying.
If you're so sorry, to join our honorary board and say you're sorry out
Agreeing
loud.
that you were born just like I was born, it's not going to help save your dying friends.
That is exactly what I think is going to help
Yeah.
save my dying friend.
You can be gay, and you can be proud, no matter what I think. Everybody's oppressed by somebody else in some form or another. Some of us learn how to fight back. With or without the help of others, despite their opinions, even those closest to us. And judging from this mess that your friends are in, it's imperative that you stand up and fight to be prouder than ever.
Can't you see that I'm trying to do that? Can't your perverse ego proclaiming its own superiority see that I'm trying to be proud? You can only find room to call yourself normal.
You make me sound like I'm the enemy.
I'm beginning to think that you and your straight world are our enemy. With myself, with every goddamn doctor who ever told me that I'm sick and interfered with my loving a man. I'm trying to understand why nobody wants to hear that we're dying. Why nobody wants to help. Why my own brother doesn't want to help. $2 million for a house? I can't even get 29 cents from the city. You still think I'm sick. And I simply cannot allow that any longer. I will not speak to you again until you treat
The rate I'm going, no one in the city will be talking to me in about another 3 weeks. I had another fight with Bruce today. I slammed the phone down on him. I don't know why I do that. I never finish saying what I have to, so that I just have to call him back, during which I inevitably work myself up into another frenzy and hang up on him again. Poor man does not know what to do with me. I don't think people let me work at Citibank.
Well, can't you see what an ordinary guy Bruce is? I know you think he has hidden qualities that if you just give him plant food, he'll grow into the fighter you are. All he's got is a lot of good-looking Pendleton shirts.
I know there are better ways to handle him. I just can't seem to. This epidemic is killing friendships, too. Can't even talk to my old brother. Why does he call me?
There's the phone.
Why do I always have to be the one that's calling back?
All you ever eat is desserts.
Sugar is the most important thing in my life. All the rest is just to stay alive.
What was the fight about?
Which fight?
Bruce,
Pick a subject.
how many do you know now?
George. Too many for one person to know. Kurt Morgan, this guy I went to Yale with, just died.
Emmerich Nolan gave me my first job in the Washington Post.
Bruce is getting paranoid now. His lover Albert isn't doing well. Bruce is convinced he's giving it to everybody.
Maybe that isn't paranoia. Maybe what we do with our lovers is what we should be thinking about most of all.
Hello. Yeah, hold on. It is no secret that I consider the mayor, along with the Times, to be the biggest enemy gay men and women have set to contend with in New York. Until the day I die, I will never forgive this newspaper and this mayor for ignoring this epidemic that is killing so many of my friends. All right, there's the end. And every gay man who refuses to come forward now and fight to save his own life is truly helping to kill the rest of us. How many of us have to die before you get scared off your ass and into action? Thank you. Here it's becoming known as the Dead Week School of Outrage.
Who was that?
Felix, I'm orchestrating this really well. I know I am. We have over 600 volunteers now. I've got us mentioned in Time, Newsweek, Evening News of all three networks, local and national, French and German, Australian, Canadian TV, all the New York area papers except for the Times and the Voice.
You're doing great.
But they don't support me. Bruce, this fucking board of directors we put together, all friends of mine, every single one of them yelled at me for 2 solid hours last night. They think I'm creating a panic and I'm using this to turn myself into a celebrity. Not one of them will go on TV or be interviewed, so I do it all by default. So now I'm accused of being self-centered. It's fun being slugged and stuff.
Yeah, they're beginning to get really frightened. You're becoming a leader. And you love to fight.
What? I love it.
Yeah, I love to fight. And you are having a wonderful time.
Yes, I am.
I talked to one of our science reporters today. That's what he said. He's gay too and afraid they'll find out. Don't yell at me now. I tried. All of the shrinks, they must have done something right to you.
Dr. Millett, Dr. Ringo, Dr. Gillespie, Dr. Green, Dr. Coffee, Dr. Blacksburg. Thomas, have we done it? Dr. Reddy. I have only one question now. Why did it have to take so long?
Oh, you think it was them, do you?
Dr. I can't remember which one said it would finally happen. Someone that I couldn't scare away would finally show up.
At the baths that night, why didn't you tell me you were a writer?
Why didn't you tell me you worked for the Times? That I would have remembered.
If I told you that, you would call me again?
Absolutely. Felix, you weren't ready then. If I had it, would you leave me?
I don't know.
Would you if I do?
How do you know? I just know. You had to have had my mother. She was a dedicated full-time social worker for the Red Cross. She put me to work on the bloodmobile when I was like 8. She was always getting an award for being best blood catcher or something. 80 now, touring China. I don't think that I'm programmed any other way.
I have something to tell you.
You're finally pregnant.
I was married once.
Does that make me the other woman?
I thought I was supposed to be straight. She said I'd been unfair to her, which I have been. I have a son.
No son.
She won't let me see him.
But didn't you fight? Well, that means that you're ashamed, so he will be too.
This is why I didn't tell you before. Who says I didn't fight? What happens to someone who cannot be as strong as you want them to be?
Felix's weakness terrifies me. It scares the shit out of me. My father was weak, and I'm afraid that I'm going to be like him. His life didn't stand for anything, and it was over. And so, I fight. Constantly. And if I can do it, I don't understand why everybody else can't do it too. Okay? Okay.
Just keeps getting bigger and bigger.